And good evening. You have come to Convincing Idiots. And luckily you have, because we are evilly happy that you're here. Seriously, you're glad that you turned this on, because this week we're talking about the Brady Bunch house. They're making it a landmark. We're talking about this more AI in the news. We're going to discuss that. Warner Brothers Discovery and Paramount with their merger. We give our thoughts. And Jim Carrey. Is it a mask? Did he get work? Is it a work? We're going to try to figure that out. And in our main event, we talk about our favorite, the ultimate comic book villain list. We got Doom. We got Thanos. We might even have somebody that's pure evil. We'll discuss all of that and so much more. Well, then there's nothing left to do but let's start the show.
You guys enjoy your whatever that is.
All right. Test.
Test.
Call it again?
Convincing idiots.
Convincing idiots.
Called it ham gravy.
I informed them that I sided with the stat man, not just anyone's opinion, the stat man Brian Fisher.
These kids today.
Jingle All the Way is in fact the best Christmas movie of all time.
I need to get Grandma a present, and my herpes is flaring up. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yo. I'm the millennial
We're
Santa.
three friends representing three different generations. That's our whole shtick. That's our thing.
Mm-hmm.
Nick got the whole poop.
I'm standing in the sea
Caucasian.
breeze, holding a turd, just mightily. I'm just going hitting hats.
Anyway, on a lighter note,
Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the vodcast. Welcome to the broadcast. Boys and girls, welcome to the show. This is Convincing Idiots. My name's Dean. I'm the Zennial.
Brian Jennings.
And I am Millennial Nick, and we are Convincing Idiots, a weekly podcast of three friends representing three different generations, getting together here each and every week to discuss all things nerd and pop culture. So, if you like things that are nerd and pop culture, well, then you should be already subscribed to Convincing Idiots. And if you don't know by now where to find Convincing Idiots, where to subscribe to us, where to vibe with us online and find us on all your favorite social media accounts, then let me tell you all about it. You're going to want to go to Google and type in Convincing Idiots, Linktree, that's Linkttree. And there you will find all of those links, as well as a link to our email address. So maybe you could get in touch with the show if there's some things you want to hear us talk about, or maybe perhaps us being idiots, there's some things that we've missed on lists and topics that you'd like to hear about. So feel free to do that. You can also find a link to our web store. There's lots of cool Convincing Idiots merch for you to buy on our TeePublic site. All that and so much more, if you can even believe it, available also on our website. And that is convincingidiots.wordpress.com. This is episode 283, I think I said.
Yes.
Of
Correct.
Convincing Idiots. I had to consult my official Convincing Idiots ledger, which you cannot purchase. This will be in a museum someday.
That's right.
Yeah, so we're joined here for 283. Dean, I'm going to skip to you because I know what Brian's drinking. What are you having to drink tonight?
I am very excited to talk about this, boys. I got from Southern Tier. It's an Irish coffee right here. It is a cream ale, Irish coffee cream ale, and it is fucking delicious.
All right.
You like Irish, you like coffee, you like cream ale. Go ahead and get yourself one from Southern Tier. It is won't disappoint, even though you probably will at the end of the night.
I thought you were about to say it's a little disappointing. It's a little disappointing.
Well, I'm mixing it up a little bit, slightly.
Oh, barrel
Conway's
aged
Irish
Conway?
Ale in a bottle
Oh, in a bottle.
instead of a
Okay,
can.
Not even.
There you have
Not
it.
even that much. All right.
See,
There you
my
go.
second one is from Brian's suggestion, Conway's Irish Stout.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah,
It's not bad. It's a
I'm
good
enjoying
stout.
it. And
Not
nice
too thick.
smokiness to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like Nick. Not too thick.
Yeah.
Just
Little
right.
smokiness.
That's right. Just a little nice body.
Mhm.
Nice body
Yeah.
on that
Mhm.
one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Body's nice and
Nice
full.
head. Nice head. Thank you.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Nice head. Has it or gives it?
Yep.
You
Yep.
interpret it however you want.
All right.
Yep.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yes, sir. I am drinking a Millerberg Brewing Company Not So Stout. It is a coffee cake white stout, and it is delicious. I just opened it up, and it's got good. Like as if you can see on the it's not very dark.
Yeah.
But it's
nice
got
looking.
really good flavor to it. It's kind of one of those I took a first sip and it was I don't know, I can't really liken it to anything, but it's delicious. And the can looks like a fun little mushroom trip, so that's fun too.
Very cool.
I
Yeah.
like your mushroom head.
Yeah, that's right.
So, I mean, with all of us, got our good beers going, I think we're in for one hell of a night, boys.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you know what would make what would make it a
Please.
fantastic night?
What's that?
Couple of headlines.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Caught him off guard with that one. He wasn't even ready. He's like, "Fuck,
I wish there was like a sting to it, like a couple of headlines, something like that. That'd be neat.
Mm.
You should really get.
I wish
your
we
ass
had
in
somebody
some-
good editing. That'd be good. Maybe just edit that right in there.
Well, yeah, we'll work on it. We'll work on it. I just thought this was
don't
fun.
want to work on it. We
No,
want
I
the
don't.
editor
No,
to work on it.
I got things to do.
I don't want to be we. I want someone to do it.
So, the city of Los Angeles recently approved a new historic cultural monument. The recommission approved by a 13-0 vote by the Los Angeles Cultural Heritage Commission. So what it does, it grants landmark protections to the it grants landmark protections. So they recently granted this landmark to the house used for the exterior shots of the Brady Bunch.
Okay.
Ah,
All
okay.
right. So meaning they can't tear it down, like it's protected. It's
protected.
now a landmark. Okay.
It's somebody owns it. So the house was used for scene setting exterior shots for the 1969 to 74 sitcom and the movie, the Brady Bunch movie in 95. God, it's been that long. And
Can you go inside?
Yes.
Okay.
Is the same house the one that they shot on the inside? Is it the same
No.
as the one, or that's different things?
The
set
inside
is
of the
one
house
thing.
was a set. The inside of the house
Okay.
was a set.
Okay.
But
So
this
you
The
is
inside of the house
exterior
doesn't look
shots.
like the outside at all, right?
No.
So you can't
Well, you
go
know
and
what?
see the closet that they kept the maid in.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. So
Or the AIDS bed.
now in HGTV, they renovated the interior to match that scene in the show. So they did do that in 2019 for a very Brady renovation. So they did make it look more like the actual set
Okay,
at
that's
that
good.
time. Yes. And HGTV listed the home for $5.5 million after buying it for $3.5 million.
Pretty decent
said-
profit.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they're going to use the house for charity and fundraising. No one's going to live in it. That's it.
Where will Alice go?
Oh,
Well,
she's still stuck in the closet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just like the dad.
I just thought that was fun. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, certainly it's an iconic. You all know the house when you see it. It's very recognizable. Even if you're not really a Brady Bunch fan per se, but if you've seen the movie or whatever, you see the house. If you ask somebody to guess the house, you probably could. A lot of people will probably figure out what it is. This sort of had a unique style to it. So,
What is the most? I'm just thinking out loud of is there such list as the greatest fictional houses? most iconic fictional houses.
That's
I
a good
don't know.
one. Table that for later. Yeah.
I'll table that. Put that on the table.
Fuck it. Let's
I
do it
think
now.
Change it up.
No, I think it's a good topic. So, I don't know. I just think it's fun. Do you think it's fun to do stuff like that, where they
No.
pop cultural landmark, or is it just stupid, just because it was seen on a television show? What do you think? Nick?
It's dumb. It's not the same.
Stupid.
It's
It's
not a
all
real
stupid.
house. Stupid. The inside doesn't even look like the fucking outside. It's dumb. No, that is cool. It's a cool it is cool, but I think it's cooler when, like, for example, Dean's favorite holiday film, A Christmas Story. That film not only, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't they use the inside of that house as well as the like that?
No.
No? Okay.
No,
Wow.
that was also a different house or a set or something, but they shot the exterior shots at the
shit.
house in Cleveland, which is now a museum.
Okay. Yes,
Yep.
I knew.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. I guess my point would have been had it worked out that way, is that it would be cooler if, like, the house was where this iconic film
Yeah.
or television show was filmed. That would be a
Yeah.
lot cooler. 'Cause
No,
it's
no,
like,
but
man,
they did-
all these
they did
episodes
film
you
in
loved
Cleveland,
happen
though.
here.
They did film a lot in Cleveland, like
Yes.
the Higbee
Right. There's
building
the
is
Higbee
where
building
they
and
did the
there's
shopping mall.
landmarks around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, but no, it is a cool thing, and, like, for example, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. There's, like, a college or something, or a museum. I think it's a college in California that is this unique looking structure, and it was used as the command center in Power Rangers. It was also in the background of Marilyn Manson's music video for the Dope Show. It's the same exact building. So people go to this college in California and take pictures in front of it or whatever. But it's like, obviously the inside of it it's just a regular, building. But it is cool when, there's something that is so iconic, or, like, there's a lot of outside shots of it that people grew up with or watched a lot of, and, like, you can go take a picture with that actual place is really cool.
People
There you
like
go. Go ahead.
people like old things. People like nostalgia. That's why
See, Brian?
essentially. Yeah, that's why they watch this podcast.
That's right.
To look at Brian.
Nostalgia.
No, but I mean, essentially, that's why we do this podcast in a way. Just things that we've loved in the past, things that from our childhood, that sort of thing, and that's with it. Like Nick said about the Christmas Story house. I was actually there not this past summer, the summer before. I had business, elsewhere, but I walked by it, and this is the middle of June, and people are lined up, taking pictures. They're doing tours, and this is the middle of the day. So it, stuff like that gives, the local community a boost. It's fun for the fans. I mean, there's so much shittiness in the world. Why not, take a moment and go look at the fucking Brady house? Good for them, and good for the fans.
Yeah. Very cool. What set house would you want to, or a house used in a shot like that, they would like to see it in real life? Not the coolest houses. We'll make that another coolest fictional houses. We'll do that in a separate show, but just one that you saw on a set or Full House, you think? Yeah.
Yeah.
The one in San Francisco or something over the hill? Is that what that one is?
Yep.
Yeah.
Full House was cool because, it was just on that big hill. I also I would be partial to Family Matters as well, just because I personally love Family Matters.
Yeah.
Like I said, obviously, like all those types of shows, like clearly that's not where the show was shot. The inside of the house scenes and stuff like that. But yeah, like Family Matters would be one for me. I always love that show.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Maybe the stand outside the Seinfeld building, get your picture taken. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be cool. The diner, the diner there or something there. You mean?
Yep. Yeah. We got there's a topic here somewhere.
Oh yeah, we could do best fictional houses or something like that. As far as a house on a set, I'd love to see that Psycho house. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
check that out.
Awesome.
That would be killer.
Yep. Okay. More AI ridiculousness here, guys. So
I'm not convinced that we're not AI at this point.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. Could be. At least two of us are. Just have to keep trying to figure it out. But we don't know that we are.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
did the
I
other one, did the third one of us create the other two?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right. I think there's a spin-off sitcom here somewhere.
Yeah.
Dean fucks up too many ad reads for Blake Insurance Agency to be AI, so he's
That's-
definitely the
well,
one that's not.
Yeah. More odds increase that he's real.
The element of human error is alive and well in Dean.
Yeah.
Or
Unless
maybe,
he's just-
the
he's
AI
beefy.
knew that.
Nah, gave you
And
that
it does it-
personality.
Right.
Mhm.
So it
Mhm.
seems more real. You know,
Yeah.
hey, I'm going to make this one kind of stupid. That way people doesn't know it's
So Tillyverse, guys, I had never heard of Tillyverse until reading this story here. So this is the digital world of controversial AI actor Tilly Norwood. We've been talking about AI actors the last couple of weeks here. Matthew McConaughey suggested we might see AI actor awards in the future. Last week we talked about an AI generated short film that AMC was not showing. All right, but Tillyverse basically is they're creating a digital universe where this AI actress will live, and a generation of AI characters will also live. It's set to launch next year, so it's a AI universe they're creating for this AI actress to live in, basically. So apparently you can
okay.
view it, you can interact with it. I don't know exactly how it's going to work. But it's just another step, I guess, in the direction of, getting further and further into the creation of AI actors and actresses that a lot of people in Hollywood are worried about. The Screen Actors Guild is concerned about this type of thing. So I don't know. So what are your thoughts on creating an AI universe for AI actors and actresses to maybe live characters? You have any interest to view this, interact with it? You curious about it? What do you think about it, Nick?
Now, go ahead.
Go ahead,
It's not
Dean.
your
Go ahead. You go
turn. Shut
first.
the fuck up. No,
Sorry.
no, you said it.
No.
Me. No.
No, by
I
all
did.
means.
You're right. You're right.
No, go
At
ahead.
least
Dean.
I seemed interested. Nick fell asleep.
I was about to be interested. I was getting around to it. Go ahead.
No, I've just got questions. Is this a TV show? Is it a movie? Can you watch this? Do you have to pay like OnlyFans? Is it porn? Like what? I mean, I don't really
fuck
understand
it.
exactly what this is.
Yeah, it's
I mean, it's just a thing that's happening and nobody gets to watch it. So so a tree fall in the woods, and nobody hears it.
no. The
I
shaping.
mean, what's going on?
I'm still not clear how you view it.
Neither are we.
Yeah.
Okay. I would guess with your eyes that's going to be my first
Mhm.
guess.
Yes.
It's at least a start. All right, let's go on the idea that it's a TV show, or like a web thing that you can get on, AI fans only or whatever the frick it would be. It like we said last week, if people want to watch it, go ahead. I don't. It's not a problem. I mean, it's only a problem if we all realize that we're actually the ones in that universe. But if they're gonna make it, it's almost like animation. If people watch it, if it's entertaining to some people, by all means, get your rocks off. Watching it. I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna watch it. It sounds like a reality show without the reality. So now
Yeah, with even
really couldn't care
less reality than what the other ones have. Yeah.
So
I
I
think
could
that's
care
what
less.
it is. I think it's what it is. You just pull it up on your devices or whatever, and you can access this actress and her world and characters that you sort of interact with. It's still very unclear how it all works. I'm looking at different articles here, so just weird.
I'm weirded out by it. I don't like like Dean said, I don't care if you want. I can't envision myself
No.
ever being that interested in any type of AI media. I just don't. And
Would
maybe
you
this
watch
is.
AI porn?
Would I? Have I? What? I don't. What was your question?
Yep.
That's different. That's like naked people and they're doing stuff.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
always interested in what that
This
might
is
look
not
like.
trial, Senator.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Relevance to the top. I'd like relevance to the topic. I don't. No. I
Overruled. Stick to
to
the.
to sit down and watch something like for. I mean, again, I don't know. I think this might be just where I am too old for this type of thing. This is where I age out of the next thing. Is that like I'm always going to look at AI in art form as lesser than.
Sure.
So I'm personally, I don't think I'd be too interested in that. And then this is also like even further yet, like, so you're already taking a fictional person
Mhm.
from like movies or a known actress, if you will. And then like, oh, here's a peek inside my like world as it, but your world's not
Sure.
fucking real. Like it's
Right.
not, you know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. It's hard to fathom, like, wrap my head around, like, what is this actually? What are you selling me? What am I? What's the where am I
You're
supposed to find interest in this?
you're selling entertainment for cheap. I mean, you don't have to pay an actress to sit there 24
Right.
hours and pay her a salary.
That's
That's you could do what you envisioned a show could be that's not worth doing, and make it worth doing. By getting just computer generated scenes and actors, and people will watch. People will come, Ray. Whatever.
Yeah, you may not know the difference at some point.
Yeah.
There was this one girl that kept coming up in my feed over the past like month, right? And I don't know if you've seen this girl. Like, she has a scar like Anakin fucking Skywalker down her eye,
Okay.
and she does the caption always was, would my scar be a problem, or does my scar give me character, whatever it is. And super cute girl, super pretty. And she wouldn't get naked. It was just one of those girls that I don't follow her, but it's on the timeline.
Yeah.
And I just kept seeing her, and I'm like, what? I don't know what, is she famous? Is she, am I missing something? So I Googled the name, and you're like, nope, that's an AI model. That's an AI generated model. It is meant for just to look at on these stupid sites.
That's another industry too. We don't really talk about that, but yeah. Yeah,
the more this stuff goes on, the more I kind
Mhm.
of I'm like, I think I need a little bit of an extended like detox maybe from like social media. It's just starting to weird. So I don't know. I'm guessing we're probably going to talk about it, but there's something very relevant that happened in the news this weekend that I'm like, I think I need to just take a break. It's just a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of it.
Yep.
Unless
Absolutely.
you're watching clips of Convincing Idiots, on our X or Instagram, then stick around.
That's right. That's right.
Like, follow, share. All
Rate,
of it.
review. Yeah.
Rate, review, judge.
Join our AI universe. That's right.
Idiot multiverse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it even says here the SAG-AFTRA was seeking to update their contract to suggest that studios will have to pay a fee if they're using an AI actor versus a actual actor. Which, even if they got to that point, it'd be, I'm sure, nothing compared to paying a human.
Millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's gonna keep developing. It's just gonna keep developing. Another thing that has developed, you guys, is the Warner Brothers Discovery has signed a merger agreement with Paramount Skydance. Netflix first announced they were going to buy it, as you may remember, and then Warner Discovery outbid them and I'm sorry, Paramount Sky has outbid them and is acquiring Warner Brothers Discovery.
Now, acquiring her is in a merger. I thought it was more of a merger.
Merger. Excuse me. You're right.
Situation,
It is a merger, right? So certainly a lot of folks are a bit upset by that, in part because of some of the what some of the portfolio includes: CNN, HBO Max, etc. Then you get into the whole political side of it, and those concerns and everything too. They're going to try to change, all of that stuff. But
one good
I
thing
don't.
that I think
Go
might
ahead.
hopefully comes out of this is
Mhm.
that because they're going to combine HBO Max and Paramount app,
Paramount.
so it's
That's
going to
right.
be one app, and hopefully
Right.
they just take all the content from Paramount and put it on HBO Max and get rid of that shitty Paramount app that they've been using.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Paramount's dog shit.
It really
Yeah.
is.
It's good
Awful.
content, like we said, but we
Mhm.
did talk about the app. It's not the best at times. You're right. So, what are your thoughts about the merger, Dean? Concerns? Do you care much?
No.
Obviously, the content's a positive, but what do you think?
Content's a positive. They came out with their slate of how they're going to be releasing movies and stuff. I don't have it in front of me because I know, I don't do the headlines. I don't do work here. But
I can do work anywhere.
I don't do work anywhere. No, companies like this merge all the time. Warner Brothers and Discovery were two separate things at one point. It's all just going for the singularity. At a certain point, 20 years from now, it's just going to be, I don't know, fucking Amazon, just one giant entertainment conglomerate. And it's all going to be owned by the same people. It's all going to be together. I don't give a shit. Just as long as, we get the entertainment that we're looking for, and don't change that. That's all I care about, right? I mean, I don't have actual stake in these companies, so I don't care. As long as it doesn't affect me as the consumer. When it starts affecting me as the consumer, then I'm going to give a shit.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe it's going to, and I just don't know the ins and outs of that. But as far as I know, at this moment, it doesn't. So I don't care. Just good for them for making more money, and good for me for getting to watch quality entertainment and to get away from that shitty Paramount app.
Nick, any thoughts?
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same page as to where I don't know how much it's going to change anything, really. I mean, like Dean said, maybe it will, and I'm just not hip to that. But I'm like if we're gonna in this age where we're streaming everything and we have apps, and it does tie into the Paramount thing, is like I want something that's easy to navigate.
Yep.
I want something that's as user friendly as possible. If I have shows, things like that to favorite, or an algorithm, right? Like my Apple Music, it knows based off of what I'm listening to, what kind of songs I'm going to want to hear after that album's over or after that song's over. That's like the same. If it's recommending me things that are pretty accurate, if it's keeping all my favorite things front and center, or notifying me when there are new episodes that I haven't watched or things like that, all those would be great features. Anything that is an app that's helping me streamline, I guess, my viewing experience. I think that's something I'd like to see in a lot more apps, is kind of take more of like the algorithm that like your music apps offer you, is because like I spend so much time just scrolling through and just looking and watching trailers of things that half the time I could have been watching a movie is gone already because I'm just looking at other things and seeing what's there. And they do try to group, like Netflix, because you watch this, here's things that, they think you'll like or whatever. Or here's what we, group together as a, here's your irreverent comedies. Here are your, whatever documentaries. Here's your, whatever. They do that, but something that maybe it takes that next step into giving you a bit more of an immersive, like, and a quicker way to watch things instead of just scanning for things. That kind of went off topic a little bit of what you were asking, but yeah, to make it short, like, I don't know as far as like the product of like what's going to be on there. I'm guessing it's probably going to be the same stuff. I mean, Netflix properties that are successful will still be there, and everything like that. I'm sure it's all going to operate basically the same because
You know
all
they-
parties involved have enough money to make it happen.
You know what
Yeah.
they should do? When you go to get into one of these movies, when it gives you the previews, you should be able to scroll down in those previews and it gives you the time code of when you see nudity.
Yeah.
Right? That's not bad, right?
Is that website still running? The one that was like, what was it?
Yeah.
Mr.
What
Skin.
the hell was that?
Mr.
No,
Skin.
no, when Mr. Skin. No, Mr. Skin did that, but there was a site in the early 2000s. It was quote unquote for parents, but it told you, it broke down the new movie and told
Here's
you
one to watch out for.
where the nudity was, where the
to turn
smoking
it
was, where the cursing is. Yeah, it was a site based for that, and that's how we all kind of picked out what movies we're going to watch. It was, what boobs we were looking for.
All right. The nudity in this episode is 1 hour, 12 minutes in, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go.
Keep
I'm just
watching
here to
for it.
watch people smoke.
Keep watching for it.
I'm just watching for people to save money with insurance.
Well,
Let me tell you how that happens. Let me tell you, the Blake Insurance Group is an independent agency located right here in Barberton, Ohio, offering personal care and support for all of your insurance needs. If you need auto, home, business, or even life insurance, give Aaron a call. He's going to treat you with the honesty and respect and care that you deserve. Call the Blake Insurance Group at 234-571-5359 or find them online at blakeinsurancellc.com for your free 5-minute quote today.
and when you do,
When you do, tell them that these perverts sent you.
All right.
a bunch of perverts sent me.
Two of us are perverts.
Again,
I'm
which two?
not one, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm a wholesome boy.
That's right. Aaron merging great prices and great service. That's what I understand, Dean.
What's
Yeah.
not to like?
Yep. Yeah, the only thing
Nick,
I
what
like
do
about
you
this
merge?
merger, I don't like the merger in the sense of, I hope it's not, there's not any political motivation there, but that's what it smells like, some of it at least anyway. So I don't care what direction people lean, left or right. I mean, you should be able to freely
I care a little bit.
find a news source that leans the direction that you prefer and not have that hinder just because somebody has a lot of money. And we don't know that yet.
I think
We don't know this
I
yet.
think
It may
that's-
not, nothing may
if it
change.
does,
We don't know.
if it does, I think
Go
that's going to hit more of the the media markets of it, the CNNs and whatever. I
Right.
don't think it, I can't imagine why it's going to, unless they get in and start taking out the movies that they don't,
No,
that
no.
make
I meant
them look
I meant
bad.
CNN. That's what I meant. I
Right?
meant CNN. That's what I meant.
Yeah, I don't watch CNN,
Yeah.
so I don't. Again, I don't care.
Turns
but as
out
long
there's
as-
no more black stormtroopers in Star Wars anymore.
right.
What happened? Yeah.
The movie Lincoln, totally different than when I remember watching it in the theater.
Man.
Totally.
Yeah. Weird
You
ending.
ever see that movie 12 Years? That's it.
Finn is now Frank, and he's a hard-working farm boy.
Gloria is about a hole that. Never mind.
Are we not going to talk about the biggest headline this week?
We'll bring
Go
it
ahead.
up. Come on.
Go ahead.
Jim Carrey, man. Are we not going to discuss
yeah.
the Jim Carrey news?
okay.
That's right. Yeah.
We have
yeah.
to. I'm sorry. I thought we
Yeah,
were going
let's
to
do
talk
it.
about it. I almost got into it earlier, but I was like,
No,
we're going to
please.
talk about it.
No, please. So what is
Carrey
the
Jim
story, Nick?
Jim
Yes,
Carrey,
go ahead.
Jim Carrey accepted what it was like a kind of like a lifetime achievement award in France for his his
Lifetime of
contributions to the film industry over the years.
Mhm.
And he gave a nice little mini speech in French, and his physical appearance had everybody up in arms. Everybody was very confused by the way he looked. Apparently, he looked like Jim Carrey, but not like Jim Carrey. And I guess I can't really explain it in many ways. People were drawing comparisons to his nose and his eyes and the shape and the color of his eyes
Long
and this
hair.
and that and longer hair and that this
People
isn't Jim
said that he was-
Carrey. And
This was that he had work,
Clone.
or it's approved
Well,
that
that he'd been
he's
replaced because of all the things he was saying
right.
and about to expose the people in the film industry, that he's been replaced now, by the powers, by the Illuminati, or the powers
Sure.
that be, the powerful ones in the underground film industry. So, gentlemen, thoughts? Brian, you saw this, right? Obviously, I think anybody who's online has seen this
Mhm.
erupt since what, like Saturday evening? Was it? I
Yeah.
think is when I first started seeing stuff
Yeah,
about it.
it really blew up big time. So, of course, we put a post of our own clone, alleged Dean clone, Zennial Dean clone, on our website. But
Yeah, that was
um,
creepy.
mhm,
I thought I was creepy like this.
mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just a goofy social media thing. I mean, do I believe any of it? No. I saw with some guy, some makeup artist or somebody put a
Yeah,
Yes,
picture of
he
a
claimed
mask
to
or
be him.
something. Yeah,
right. He claimed
Right.
that was him. That
That
it
was
was him and Jim Carrey that put it together.
yeah.
That he, they got the death mask of Jim Carrey, as in, the mold of his face, and he made the prosthetics for, to put over his own.
Yeah.
And yeah, he is claiming that it was him, as that it was him there.
Yeah,
At that
this one was
award
a nice
show.
distraction from a lot of bad news that occurred over the weekend and everything,
Yeah,
certainly.
yep. There a couple things
But
happened.
I don't know that I
Otherwise,
believe it was an impersonator. I certainly don't believe it was a clone, or anything like
no.
that. So, what do you think it
I
was,
saw
Dean? Go ahead.
actually, I believe the guy. I believe that it's something Jim Carrey would do. That he didn't
Yeah.
want to go to this award show, so he did that whole Andy Kaufman thing. And if you ever watched the documentary about Man on the Moon, it's fascinating what he, the depths that he went into. So I believe that's the case. I believe that this, him and this guy
So
got
you
together.
don't think that was Jim Carrey at the award show?
No, I don't. I think Jim Carrey had this guy dress up as him and go to this for a LARP, and he got exactly what what he wanted out of it.
A lot of attention.
I saw a picture earlier today that said that that somebody said that they were at the airport, and they took a picture of Jim Carrey sitting next to her, and he turned around and waved for the camera, and he had it was in fact Jim Carrey with the beard, and what Jim Carrey looks like now. So when I first saw it, I thought to myself, man, the guy just had work. He's getting older, he's insecure,
like filler or something, maybe got some
Right.
filler in or whatever. And
So stop busting his balls. But the more I looked at that, and then that thing came out about the makeup artist, and it just made sense. So that's what I believe.
Yeah.
That it wasn't Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey's publicist has come out since and been like, no, it's absolutely Jim Carrey. Like, and that was, so I don't know. It's funny. So when I first saw this stuff, I'm just like, I get that he looks a little different, but when's the last time we saw, like, I don't know. Yeah, my immediate reaction was that, like, okay, maybe he's had some work done, and like, I don't know, and his tone is different, so that could change a little bit of the way you're speaking, or it's not, I don't know that I actually think it wasn't him, and I think people sometimes are looking for a conspiracy or something weird.
Sure.
But like to Dean's point, yes, it would not be completely out of character for Jim Carrey to pull a stunt like that just to have fun with it for himself. But yeah, like then I started like, once I started like watching all these posts, then obviously the algorithm's like, great, you like this, we're going to keep feeding you all this fucking weird ass Jim Carrey shit. And it just got further and further, and all these old clips of him and weird ominous things he said, and here's whatever, and maybe he's been kidnapped, maybe by the lizard people, and maybe it's like, and I'm just like, I think I need to like get off of social media for a bit. It's like getting pretty fucking weird. I don't know that I actually think that wasn't him. I think I certainly lean more towards that was him. Just maybe it's been a while since we've seen him. He looks a little different. Maybe he had some work done, that kind of stuff. But it had me on the edge of like, I was interested by it, but also like it was starting to freak me out, because I'm just like, not that I thought the conspiracies were real, but it's just like the way that people can spiral or take an idea and it gets
sure.
it's the QAnon shit. You know what I mean? Like somebody just
Right.
reads way too far into something and then gets another bunch of people to also buy into this insane thing and it turns into something, you know? So, but I just, the talking
But
points on
come
it
to
were
find
like
out,
just
there was a
insane over the
giant
weekend.
pedophile ring
Yeah.
in the world. Huh?
But it also just means that pizza is code for pizza.
Right.
All right. Sorry
All
to
right.
derail. I just thought we had I
No.
thought we had to talk
No,
about it.
that was
It's like
fun.
it's all
No,
anybody's
of
been talking
course.
about.
That's good. Glad you brought it up. All right. Well, we're going to come back, and at least two of us are going to be the actual same people when we return to talk about our second segment. And Nick's going to tell you all about that right after this. Or is he?
Am I? Are any of us? Really?
Mhm.
Gen X Brian here from the Convincing Idiots podcast. If you're enjoying our show, tell a friend. And if you're not, well, tell two enemies.
Four, three.
Convincing idiots.
And welcome back to Convincing Idiots. This, our final segment this evening, boys and girls. We will be bringing together our collective Mount Rushmore of top comic book villains. Each one of us get 3 entries. We convene here, discuss, and try to convince one another which 5 ultimately belong on the official Convincing Idiots Mount Rushmore of comic book villains.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dean, you've acted in some villainous behavior before during your Blake insurance reads when you tried to, tried to bungle our good boy and lovely friend Aaron Blake's startup business. So, why don't you take a break from that and tell us about what villain you submit?
Couple things on that. One, it's been many years and he's successful. It's not a startup, at this point. It's just a
true.
business.
That's true.
And 2, I'm a villain in just not the ad reads. I'm a villain in everyday life as well. All right. So let's stick to the facts here. But let me get to my list. My 3 top villains in comic books. You got to go Lex Luthor. I think that's should be on anybody's list.
Don't explain it. Just go.
Thanos. Thanos is next on my list, and very nice, very evil. Danhausen is the 3rd on my list.
Okay, Brian.
Brian.
I have
Brian, go. Brian, go.
on my
Sorry.
shirt, Dr. Doom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, any list can't include the Joker. And give me Dr. Octopus. 2 doctors. 2 positions on my list.
2
Yes.
positions.
Heavy in the medical field. His list is.
That's right. Yep.
All right.
Nick?
My list is Dr. Free. However, it does also include the Joker. I also have my personal favorite, Venom, and Magneto. Those are my 3.
That's a good list.
Okay, so who we start? Let's start with the Joker here, right?
Sure.
Brian and I have the Joker. I'll start off with the Joker by saying,
Go on.
potentially the scariest thing about the Joker, not only let's start with the obvious part of it, is he's iconic, right? Batman is, I would say, aside from Superman, probably the most iconic superhero there is. Even though he's not really even superhero, but that's not what we're here to debate. And the Joker is his counterpart, and the Joker is his main arch nemesis. But beyond that, what makes the Joker so frightening to me is that he is not a super villain. He's a super fucked up guy. You can't reason with him. You can't, there's no, you know what I mean? He's just insane and relentless. And the insanity that comes with the Joker might be the scariest thing about him, because he can't be bribed with really power or money necessarily. He's not after those things. He's just there for anarchy and to cause havoc. And the Joker is a fun villain in the way that he balances the humor of it, and the clown character and the pranks and the jokes, and but just how demented and just messed up the Joker is. So those are some of the reasons why I had to include the Joker. I just think he's so iconic.
Yeah. There is no Batman without the Joker. Any other way around. I mean, the Batman comic series, for that matter, probably would not have been as successful without the character of the Joker throughout. Some of the best Batman comic stories, period, feature the Joker. Just some really demented shit. And he's like you say, he's demented, violent. Some of the most effed up Batman stories you're going to read are with the Joker. If you've never read or seen The Killing Joke, man, just that's the level of horror that character can bring to the comics, right? And obviously, I know this is about comic books, but certainly in the world of film, that's just a very difficult role to play, and still the only villain role that I could think of. There are two different actors have won Academy Awards for portraying the same villain on screen, right? So it's such a so scary look, everything about it. One of the best villains, period, in comic book history. I don't know how you cannot include the Joker on any all-time villain list.
Fun fact: he's also Aaron Blake's favorite villain and comic book character.
There you go.
All right, so I was going to fight this and keep it off the list, forever. But
the Joker?
Yeah. But if it's Aaron Blake's favorite, you've convinced me.
That's right.
He's number one on the list there.
There you go.
The Joker's on the list. No, you guys are right. I mean, just for the simple fact that it's in social or pop cultural, in the zeitgeist. When people say, oh, you're the Joker to my Batman. You know what I mean? Like, people use it as a turn of phrase to compare to other things. And when you get that in the lexicon, I think that really, I think that proves that point. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
First appeared in Batman #1, by the way, guys. 1940.
So the Joker,
damn,
starting out, Joker on the list.
There we go.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. May I go?
You may.
I know there was a bit of hesitance when I said the name, but he's very nice, very evil. He is Danhausen. And I know the hesitance was because you probably guys aren't super familiar with Danhausen. But Danhausen is a professional wrestler. He is the character of Danhausen is a kind of an old school horror movie type villain with cursing powers. He's very nice, very evil. He curses his enemies, and he messes up people's names, and he's very funny. And
What's the very nice thing? What does that mean?
Very nice is because he's essentially kind of a good guy. But he gets into evil things.
In wrestling, he's a face.
Yes.
Okay.
Depending on the promotion, but for the most part, people love him. He has a cult following. He is beloved by fans across the world, and he is there to make the monies, as he says. I mean, he's a villain who carries teeth in a jar for fun. What more do I need to say? But he is in his own comic book. I know I'm saying professional wrestling, but he was published. He's been in, I think he was in a Batman comic book. Like, he's been in other characters, other comic books characters, series, but he also has his own. which does make him a comic book villain. And Danhausen has just debuted in WWE this past weekend, or now probably 2 weeks when you're hearing this. And he is being very nice and very evil in WWE now, and getting to make all the monies, and getting to be one of the greatest superstars, and he's only been there a few weeks. So in my mind, Brian, he marks off the boxes of the old school villains from like the old movies. Nick, he checks the boxes off for you because he loves Bret Hart, you know.
Okay.
So
That's good.
you go. I just think
And me and Dan Hansen are friends then.
Danhausen. You're gonna get cursed. You're gonna get cursed if you're not careful. You're gonna get cursed.
Sorry.
Wow. Wow. I don't want to be standing next to you.
Okay. All right. My teeth are going to be in a jar then. Sounds like
They might be. They might be.
Yep.
But I think with the pop culture in my world of loving professional wrestling, this has been a big deal to have Danhausen in WWE now. He is my favorite wrestler. And so I
He's
had
your
to
favorite
bring him.
wrestler?
He is. I'm telling you, if you keep watching and go back and go down the rabbit hole, you will agree, and he will be your favorite wrestler too. I
Even
guarantee
more
it.
than Boba Fett?
Even Boba Fett's not a wrestler, but
the guy, the dude from the Royal Rumble, the big dude.
Which one was
He was number 1, and then he made it really far.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Obafemi. Obafemi.
That's pretty
No,
sure that's what I said.
it's pretty close. No, I mean he might be beat Obafemi.
Okay. So if Boba Fett and Chris Hansen wrestle each other, I'm gonna like Chris Hansen more.
Danhausen is going to curse you. He's going to curse you. He's going to hear this, and he's going to curse you.
Very good.
Nick is saying this to be sure. So that's my argument for Danhausen.
All right,
Brian,
excellent.
you wanna give us an argument?
All right, Howl's dancing. Congratulations. Very good.
Wow, you're going to curse too.
I'm going with.
He's already cursed. He's already cursed. Danhausen already cursed you.
I'm sorry. Let me keep my teeth.
He froze you. Yep. That's Danhausen for you.
Yep. Curse reversed. Dr. Doom, gentlemen.
Okay.
Here. Just again, another villain, genius. He was sort of, I think, it was so many of these characters. Like, there's a Marvel version and a DC version, which gets a little boring sometimes, a little redundant, I guess, a little bit if you read comics in either universe. He was sort of like the Lex Luthor-ish type villain in the Marvel universe. He was good friends with Reed Richards when they were younger. He tried to create some type of teleportation device or something, and it blew up, and he got a scar on his face. So then he went and had this armor made, which gives him extra strength and that type of thing. But just a cool look, super intelligent. He went on to become a ruler in this country in the Latveria. And there was a very popular series, The Secret Wars, which I know they're going to make the movie series of, certainly, but there was a godlike type being, the Beyonder, that brought the heroes and villains together. But Dr. Doom was so fucking smart, he figured out how to steal power from an all-powerful being and became like that level of power for a brief period of time and all that. So just his intellect, the cool look about him with the armor and everything.
That's actually how Nick got his podcasting powers. He stole it from Mark Maron. Not a lot of people know that.
That's right. You notice Mark Maron is no longer podcasting. That's because I drained him of all his pod energy.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go. Anyway, I think everything about him is cool. Excellent villain. That's why I was making a push. I am making a push for Dr. Doom as an all-time comic villain.
Okay.
All right. I dig it. I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna make my push for Magneto next. Magneto. Magneto's cool because of the, a lot of we've often referenced the saying, every villain is a hero in his own mind, and you can argue that Magneto might have the best reason of all to be quote unquote a villain, right?
True.
Because
That's true.
he is when mutants were walking amongst the people and the public, some people took the high road, like Professor X and his band of merry men, that they were going to protect people just because they don't understand them, that they don't, they're going to take the high ground. And Magneto looked at it more of, in preservation of people that were his kind, and felt that, look, we're more powerful than they are, and they're just out to, vilify us and treat us like monsters, and we don't need to be treated that way. And it's time that we rise above these people, and we're going to take over. And you could see, if you were being unfairly treated that way, why you would want to take, and being that you have the powers to do so, why you would want to take action in preserving your people who haven't done anything wrong, just because you're seen as dangerous or a threat. So Magneto is also like a very intelligent guy, a great leader for his his people, and also a cool outfit. Magneto's just a very for being a regular guy with a regular dude's face. I mean, the outfit is cool, the helmet, right, is iconic. But yeah, Magneto, I think, is just, he's one that he's kind of the anti-Joker. The Joker is a little more out there, and he's an extremist, right? But Magneto is a little more, you could definitely see where he's coming from. You can see his side of things. And you could see his path to being a villain is maybe a lot more understandable for the common man. So I'm pushing for Magneto.
Good one.
Okay. All right. Next on my list, kind of like what Nick said, Thanos. Okay. Thanos, if you think about it, going about it the wrong way, but looking to do the right thing. He saw the deplete. He didn't want to wipe out half the universe just because to hurt people. He was doing it to preserve the universes. Maybe he saw, what was coming up with, in the MCU at least. Maybe he saw what was coming up with, what was along the way with Doctor Doom. He foresaw this, and if you take away resources or take away the people, and maybe it prolongs it. I don't know, but the idea that it wasn't just it wasn't a malicious act. He thought he was doing right. So in that, obviously, he killed half the population, or whatnot. So that does obviously make him a villain. I understand that, but he's not as brooding and just bullish as some of the other villains. He had compassion in a way. So I think Thanos is very interesting as a villain, and very very cool. Cool look. Obviously once you get into fixing the CGI, very cool look. I mean, he was a very I just enjoyed, especially the way Josh Brolin portrayed him. I liked what Josh Brolin brought to him. But even in the comic books, I think that I think he's one of the big bads that deserves to be on this list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Thanos is a good one. Good pick.
Okay.
Brian, you want to argue?
Dr. Octopus, Otto Octavius. Certainly one of the best, most iconic Spider-Man villains, period.
These are the offices of Doom and Octavius. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, that's right. I like that. Yeah, see, if you want to see Dr. Octopus, his office is to the left. Dr. Doom's office is to the right. A lot of people get that mixed up.
Yeah.
Dr. Octopus is more of the gynecologist.
Mm-hmm.
and Doctor Doom is more of the pediatrics.
Got that reach. Yeah.
You know how many
Yes,
patients
absolutely.
he can
General
see?
practitioner.
Doom is pediatrics.
Yeah. Yep.
Come on, I just
Scares the
got them all
children.
over.
Scares the children, but yeah.
Mhm.
No, but Doctor Octopus, just the whole idea is very cool, very unique. The good guy using mechanical arms to, I can't remember what he was, some type of radioactivity, something he was working with, and something happened and blew up and fused the arms to him. So that's where he kind of went crazy. So again, he's another guy that's super, super intelligent. And just a cool look. The mechanical arms creates a lot of problems for Spider-Man, and there was a period of time in the comic book series where it's just kind of a weird story, but even got to a point where Doctor Doom was dying, and it was a whole storyline. He wanted to steal the body of Peter Parker and somehow, mentally take him over, basically, to put his memories into Peter Parker and essentially become Spider-Man. So there was a period of time where it was the superior Spider-Man. It was Peter Parker's body with Dr. Octopus's mind. So it was a crazy period in Spider-Man history. Very cool storyline, right? And of course, eventually they reversed it, whatever. But anyway, ever since I was a kid, when you first saw a comic book panel of Spider-Man fighting Doctor Doom with the arms and everything like that, you were instantly drawn to that comic. What is it? What's going on? Again, just everything about him is just very, very cool. I don't know if he's going to make the list ultimately. I just think the fact that he's such a different type of villain, and again, visually, the whole thing just takes him to a different level for me. So, give me Doc Ock.
Have you met my son? He's a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
A doctor? You say, a doctor? What is he? Is he a podiatrist? A general practitioner? No, he tries to kill the Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
He's a doctor.
That's right. Yep.
All right,
Nick,
very good.
what do you got there, bud?
I'm going to give you
one, I
another. So my last one is my personal favorite villain of all time in the comic book world, and it is another Spider-Man villain in Venom. And so
Yep.
Venom right off the bat, even as a kid, I mean, Venom debuted in like 1988, good year, was the year I was born, and was huge in like the animated series and stuff. I mean, he was such a cool character, both him and Carnage. But Venom was immediately striking visually, just this giant hulking, alien thing with these giant teeth and the slime, and like he was just so fucking cool. But aside from that, like the thing that also gives Venom extra points for me is like, we talk, Doctor Doom, Thanos, Doctor Octopus, aside from the Dan Hazard or whatever, he is the
House
newest
dancing.
House dancing. Danhausen, that's it. Right?
You both are going to be
Did I
cursed.
fuck it up again?
Watch it. You're going to be cursed.
I got it right the
Danhausen.
last time, right?
You got the last time. But
Okay. Calm down. I'm getting there. But no, I mean, aside from those icon, like I would say Venom is, one of the more recent iconic supervillains. You know what I mean? I mean, a lot of these go back to the 60s and 70s and when these characters first debuted. And Venom is a more recent one, but gained massive popularity. I also think the premise of Venom is super cool, like this alien being that comes down and finds a host to bond with, and is just so incredibly, strong. I mean, Spider-Man obviously is strong, and he has superhuman abilities from the bite from the spider. But like, Venom is certainly a capable match. You know what I mean? Yes, a lot of the supervillains have superpowers also, but Venom is something from outer space and not from this world, and can take different forms and bond with different things and make it their host. But I just love Venom. I love the character. He's my absolute favorite probably comic book character. Period. So yeah, and I think the popularity and the status that he's achieved in really such a short amount of time over like the last 30 some years, going on 40 years. I mean, that's pretty crazy. So an iconic character of the modern day, Venom.
Good one.
All right.
Dean?
My last one is Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor. How much do I need to say about him? He is the number one villain to the number one superhero. Regardless of what any bracket says, he.
I don't remember him being Martian Manhunter's main
You son of a bitch!
fucking
You
prime
son
villain.
of a bitch! Lex Luthor he has he has the brains,
It's a deep
he
cut
has
now.
he has the brawn. It really is. He has the brains, he has the brawn, he has the capability of. I mean, when you become a formidable opponent to the Man of Steel, I mean, there's not a lot of people above you at that point, right? Especially in the villain world. When you have the Legion of Doom, who was leading those meetings? Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
He
kept those meetings on agenda.
Right.
Don't get off the agenda with Lex Luthor. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
He'll put you right in a torture rack.
He ruled.
Don't fuck up.
That's right. He ruled with an iron fist. So he is not only the main villain to the main superhero, but he is the leader of the villains in the DC universe. So,
and correct me if I'm wrong, Lex Luthor he's just Jeff Bezos, right? I mean, he's the common man. He's not.
That is correct.
He doesn't have powers.
No.
Like he's taking on Superman on pure intellect and greed and hunger for power. Like he's not.
Yeah. He's
anybody
what
special.
Batman would be if Batman didn't go around in his pajamas beating people up.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor. Yeah. Okay. Well.
Anybody want to second anybody's deal?
I'm going to start with. I'll give Nick Venom. Definitely a very, very cool storyline in the Spider-Man comic. Spider-Man got the suit in the Secret Wars, original Secret Wars, and he wore that suit for a long time. It was a whole very, very interesting build-up to that because, he realized the suit would turn to any clothes he could think of. It was really cool. It had unlimited webs. He's like, wow, this is really neat. It has a sleek look, all this, that, and the other. And then things just slowly started to turn. Where
it's almost like a superhero's like abusive relationship. It starts off cool, like, oh, it's so fun and interesting and exciting, and then slowly it just becomes like, you're not talking too nice to me anymore. He's being kind of controlling. He never wants to spend time away from me, and next thing you know, it's like, okay, it's a fucking problem now. Like, You
just described this experience for me on this podcast.
No, but you're right, Nick. Once he became Venom, the cool look and everything that Todd McFarlane did in the comics is really took that to
it took Eddie Brock to get him there. That's right.
Yeah, Spider-Man fighting himself, a version, like a dark version of himself, really is kind of what it was. And then certainly, the Venom symbiote became different types. It has a whole different history in the comics itself. It was good. There's versions of it that's good. There's other symbiotes
the
that
Lethal
are
Protector.
evil.
He is in his own comic series. He is a vigilante and an anti-hero and protects people, that are being wrongly, persecuted or victimized. So
And a version of that as well became Carnage, like a really crazy, evil version and everything. So, just it really, like you said, it really created a whole interesting portion of the Spider-Man universe when that character was introduced. And again, and again,
certainly
it
a
just looks
darker
cool
storyline. Yeah,
absolutely. Go ahead, Dean.
You know what? No, I'll give it to you. I like the idea of that Venom. Out of all of these different, the villains we have on this list, Venom has and had and did become some sort of a hero. So what Nick had said before, every villain is a hero in his own mind, and he didn't just do that. Think that he actually became the hero at a certain point.
Mhm.
I mean, he has the physical capabilities are off the chart. You know what I mean? He has those. That's not much of the argument. I like the idea. That's going to sell me, I think, is the idea of that he was a hero, so which does make him stand out from the rest of these everybody on this list.
Yeah.
Besides Danhausen, who is very evil but also very nice,
There you
but
go.
also very nice.
Yeah.
Venom going on the list in number 2.
All right.
right.
There you go.
Joker, Venom. Okay.
Okay.
Anybody else want to make an argument?
I really
Go ahead,
like
Nick.
Thanos as one of them because it's one thing to be a supervillain and terrorize a specific character or a community. But Thanos collecting the Infinity Stones, like you said, you could see what he was ultimately trying to do, and maybe there was some good intentions behind it. But wiping out half of the Earth's population that's the next
half the
level shit. That's
universe's population.
yeah,
Wouldn't it
that's not
Earth?
even yeah, that's true. That's like the universe. I mean, that's like a whole different level of mass extinction. I mean, that's
Yeah.
pretty crazy. And like you said, I mean, I was not super. I was the visual of Thanos from comic books. I was familiar with the storyline of Thanos before, the Avengers films. I was not. So they did a really good job of portraying that storyline in the movies, but really well done character and very, like you said, Dean, a very complex character
Yeah.
on both sides of the coin. Very interesting, as in, his intent, and it wasn't all just pure evil or anything like that. I mean, it's just, um, but what ultimately he felt he had to do was completely villainous. So like,
Right.
I don't know. I would second Thanos. I think Thanos,
Okay.
and ultimately, and if you want, I know we're going off of comic book characters, and he is a comic book character, but certainly as far as like as huge as the Avengers saga was, and that first wave, and him being the ultimate thing that everything was leading up to, and it really lived up to it. Like it really gave you a great couple final, massive epic movies to end on that he was the crux of. And I would second Thanos. I think Thanos. I'd make a case for that.
Yeah, I think who's left, I'll give you Thanos. I mean, that there was a comics series, the Infinity Gauntlet in the 80s. And that's where they got the idea for the Avengers, that storyline in the movies, right? So without that series, there is no Avengers Infinity Gauntlet in the movies. And it really tied that entire film universe together. I mean, think about that. That was several years that they built up that whole storyline with the Avengers and then the stones and everything like that. I mean, it really worked well for them. So, and like I said, cool look, interesting. Only villain on our list that's at a cosmic level, right? So, right, he certainly battles beings out there in the cosmos, not just on Earth, certainly. So, just an interesting villain. I was never really super into the storylines that he was in reading comics as a kid, but it is a very cool concept. And like I say, certainly the movies took it to a whole different level. Without him and his portrayal, like you say, by Josh Brolin, those Marvel movies, I don't know if they were as much of a hit as they were, so.
Right. Heroes only as good as their villain.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
All right. Within that, I'm going to go ahead and second Doctor Doom.
Ooh. Okay. All right.
Because we haven't got to see him yet,
Nope.
in the theater, but in the comics, if he's anywhere close to what he was in the comics, we're in for one hell of a couple movies here in the next
Right.
couple of years.
Mhm.
He's iconic when it comes to DC or I'm sorry,
Marvel.
Marvel
Mhm.
comic books. You have anybody, you show a bunch of pictures of cartoon drawings to non-comic book fans. They might not even know his name, but they're going to know that's that's the bad guy.
Mhm.
That mask is super recognizable.
Correct.
Yeah, across pop
so
culture.
so when it comes to iconic, he has it there, and I think that he also has the he's been what so has he in fact been the has he fought every Avenger in the comics? You know what I mean? Like it wasn't just
I mean,
one.
many. I mean, certainly he started out with the Fantastic Four. That's been his
Right.
ultimate nemesis. But
He
he's
fought
fought many.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I mean, he was the key. Like I said, in the Secret Wars, he was like the leader of the villains on the Secret Wars. That
Yeah.
whole all that stuff. So, but yeah, he's fought many Marvel heroes for sure over time.
Okay.
So, okay.
Nick, what say you?
I
you know what?
agree. I mean,
Let me say something before you
Oh.
chime in. Sorry,
Yep.
I'm going to interrupt you. Even though Doctor Doom was my submission, when Nick said Magneto, for me choosing Doctor Doom or Magneto, I'm going to give the edge to Magneto. Actually,
Oh,
and the
okay.
reason
Okay.
is all the
Okay,
things
let's hear it.
all the things that Nick said is it's that villain with a purpose. And we've talked about Magneto on the prior episodes also, and Doctor Doom is out for himself, which again, it makes him a great villain. Okay,
Sure.
that's
Sure.
fine. But what makes Magneto that much more of an interesting character is, like Nick said, he's not necessarily viewing himself as a villain. He's viewing himself as a protector of fellow mutants. His view, in many respects, again, even to this day, we've argued this point with great villains discussions in the past. If you can see the villain's point of view, you may not agree with it,
Well,
but if you
he's a protector
understand,
from his past, given that he came from concentration camps, Nazi
yes,
concentration camps.
yes,
Right? Am I right in this?
yes,
He was.
as a boy, yes, he was. That's right.
So he learned, that he needed to protect, the people around him, his
Uh-huh.
people around him, at an early age, and this is how it manifested itself with the powers that he had.
That's right. And if we're going to have a rounded list of adding a mutant
God damn it,
to
you're
the
right.
list, then maybe we should consider Magneto over Doctor Doom. My opinion.
You're right. I think I'm going Magneto. Yep.
Okay.
That's a very.
Well, I'm not going to argue against Magneto. I put him on my list.
Correct.
Yeah. So, well, we do still have a spot left. So, I mean,
it could be. Here's the fight.
Yeah. To Doom's credit, he's was the inspiration for one of my favorite rappers, MF Doom. Rest in peace. So there you go.
Sure.
He made the coolest comic book rap you can fucking find anywhere.
Okay.
But,
my last push, boys. Danhausen is not only is he. I mean, he admittedly is evil, and he is happy and proud of it. What better?
But very nice, you said.
But
also.
very nice. But again,
was that mean? He's both.
Well, of course, everybody's both. Not everybody's pure evil. Not everybody's all the way nice. You have to have the dichotomy in life.
Okay.
And he is the living proof. Not only living proof, but can you go to your local arena and watch Doctor Doom, fight somebody? Can you go to your local arena and watch Magneto use his powers? No, but can you do it for Danhausen? You absolutely can. He is a comic book and a comic book character come to life.
There you go. All right.
Yeah.
So with Danhausen, Nick, then we have.
Does the jar of teeth have to do with the cursing, or do we not know? Is that
no? Sometimes he says he just likes them. He likes the way they look.
He just likes.
Yeah.
And like chew on him, like the
Oh, no,
Tooth
no,
Fairy
he-
from Teen Titans Go, or like
well, you remember when Million Dollar Man Ted DiBiase used to shove the money in his opponent's mouth after they lost? He would
Yes.
occasionally take a handful of teeth and shove them in his opponent's mouth, which is a very evil
Okay.
thing to do.
That is, yeah, that is not nice.
Mm-mm,
That's
not
very,
nice.
that's
Very
very
evil.
evil. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's one of the evil things. Okay. Okay. So personally, as much as I respect Dan Hamuse, I do think that I am probably leaning between Lex Luthor and Doctor Doom.
Okay.
Although I will say honorable mention personally to Dr. Octopus. I do very much enjoy him as a character as well. But I think to round out that last spot, I'm kind of riding that line. And the difference is, I don't know if I might need a little more. I might need to hear you guys discuss a little bit more. But I am impressed by the fact that Lex Luthor is a regular ass dude.
Sure.
But I do think Doctor Doom is. I feel like there's a disconnect between, yes, Lex Luthor is Superman's arch villain, but Superman is almost so of his own thing that there's Zod and there's I would obviously consider Lex Luthor his main villain, but Doctor Doom almost feels like a more broad sense villain, I guess,
Sure.
amongst the
Yep.
series, like in comics
He
in
is-
general.
He is Marvel's villain, not just a
Correct.
a certain
Like-
character's villain.
And Lex Luthor is Superman is fighting when he's fighting Lex Luthor. He's kind of almost fighting in the idea of what greed, power, lust kind of looks like, right?
Lex
Personified through a
Luthor
man.
also has the benefit of the wholesomeness of Superman not going to kill him like immediately, which he could at any time.
Sure, yeah.
Just eye beams, cut him in half, and fight's over. But he knows Superman's weakness is his humanity.
His morality, yeah.
I'll give you Lex
So,
Luthor.
I don't know.
I'll give you Lex Luthor.
You go Luthor over Doom?
I am. Just for the sheer iconic villains in history, and honestly, for me too, it's rounding it out a little bit. You got to have a DC villain in there too. Marvel and DC round it out a little bit, but like you say, the fact is, he's, like you said, it's just a regular guy using his intellect. Like everything you just said is perfect. So
That's true. And kind of what Dean said, I mean, Superman is the greatest superhero, right? Then Batman is always kind of like that 1B to Superman, but he's not he has no superpowers. So the way that is impressive, and we've argued on the show before of Batman's value in the fact that he's a regular dude who's just trained really well, that's very smart, that knows how to use what human tools he has to the absolute max ability. And Lex Luthor is a villain version of that.
Yep. Frightening in the sense that he's not crazy. He's just super smart and just has a purpose.
He's laser focused on whatever whatever the task at hand is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe talk about in film history too, some of the best portrayals. Also, Lex Luthor. Maybe second to the Joker. Kind of. You could make an argument. That's probably another good topic. Actually,
I know
now that I say
haven't
that,
seen
but
a lot of
That's in
Superman
our
movies.
archives too. You can look up those arguments.
Yeah.
I know I haven't seen a lot of the Superman movies, so I don't have the whole scale to compare it against. But
Kevin
the guy that
Spacey
played
was
him
amazing.
Please clip that and use it in every promo. Lead it off with every Dean saying Spacey was amazing. But no, I really like the guy that portrayed it. He was very hateable. Like he was such a you're just like, oh, fuck this guy. Like just what you couldn't help but hate him. He did it really well. So yeah, I think I've flipped on I'm for Lex Luthor
We're
as well.
doing Lex Luthor to round it out.
There it is.
Yeah.
Is that 5, right?
That's 5.
All good submissions.
Now let me read you the official list, boys. All right, the ultimate
Dan
comic
Hansen, Dan
book
Hauser, Dan
villains. Number 1, Danhausen. Number 2, Danhausen. Number 3, Danhausen. Number 4, Danhausen. And surprisingly, number 5, Thanos. All right. No,
Made the cut.
the list. We have, in no particular order, Joker, Venom, Thanos, Magneto, and Lex Luthor.
Good list.
It's a good list.
I
Purely
apologize
evil.
for you two being
Just-
cursed by Danhausen, but that's the way it is.
At least you're safe. That's good.
I'm safe. Love me
Yep.
some Danhausen.
Very good. Who doesn't?
You too, apparently. So, with that said, I think we've all done wrong with discluding Danhausen, and you all will pay for it. But the list that we have, boys, I think is a definitive, ultimate list of comic book villains. Good
Yes,
job, boys.
Good list. Good list.
Absolutely. Well, we've talked a lot tonight, gentlemen, about wrongdoers, but if you'd like to do some right by yourself, then I think you should probably go and engage with Convincing Idiots however you see fit on the interwebs. You can find links to all of our social media accounts by going to Google and typing in Convincing Idiots Linktree. That's Linktreee. You can also find links to our web store, our email address, and a link to, or if you'd like to just go directly to our website, which is convincingidiots.wordpress.com. This has been the dastardly episode 283 of Convincing Idiots. I am Millennial Nick.
And I am the Daniel Dean.
Gen X Brian.
Have we convinced you to join us next week and do some bad stuff with us? I was going for villainous, but I think it came off sexy.
I'll take it. I'll take it all.
Hey, did you like that video? You know you did, and we know you did. So stop screwing around and go like that video, subscribe to our channel, and join us for some more.
Ham grape.
Right?
That's really weird. I can hear myself in my headphones.
That's so you now know what we have to go through.
Oh, wait.